Yeah, there's no one type that I have, but I was thinking I'm not sure, with more of a shorter woman but
Stop saying short when you mean skinny.
She's definitely beautiful, but just different to what I would normally go. Just short, petite, normally go blonde.
Stop saying petite.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the maths together.
Hello, I'm Wilko with another episode focusing on Married at First Sight Australia. If you want to support the channel, you can by going to rehash.com.au. You can donate. You can also give thanks right here on YouTube. I really appreciate all of your support. And as the episode goes on, I need you to like it and comment because it's very important for us to get all of our feelings and opinions out about all of the love lab rats in the experiment. I'm back again and you won't believe it. We've got more weddings. This is only the second video I'm dropping for this, which means we're still in the wedding phase. I feel like every season we're in the wedding phase for such a long time. And the experiment, it demands it so we can get the great results. Here's another love lab rat.
Bah oui, l'amour c'est vraiment la plus belle chose au monde et honnêtement trouver ma partenaire ça a toujours été c'est ce que j'ai toujours voulu. I'm originally from France, from Nice, and I've been living in Australia for 11 years now.
Like most of them, very attractive. When I said we're meeting the next love lab rat, I didn't mean we're meeting the next lab rat who's a love rat. I don't know. Is there just something about Paul's vibe? It's borderline he could be really genuine or he's here for the wrong reasons. And I cannot wait to find out which is which. It's a very sensual, sexy language. My partner particularly fell in love with Paul because, well, obviously he's very attractive, but he speaks French and my partner thinks that's the most attractive. And yet he's with an Australian. No, some people find the Australian accent sexy, right? Hey, gone. Anyone feeling a tingle in their pants when I said that? No? Okay. All right. Paul is being matched with Karina. And I tell you what, the Endemol Shine, the producers behind this, have really done her dirty with this close-up. This is bad. This is terrible. This is not what her face looks like. I don't know why. It looks terrible here. That photo aside, she's a very attractive young lady, and I know that you can feel it. The experts have their test tubes out, their Bunsen burners and their goggles, ready to do some science. Oh yeah, as always, there's nothing scientific on the table, just 2 shillings in a trademark fugly dress as always. Now, if Paul isn't a love rat lab rat, then maybe this will work. Karina seems like she's there for the right reasons, and the jury is still out on Paul.
Is he a good boy?
Oh,
is
the
he
auntie.
as good looking as you two?
Even better.
Oh my God. As soon as I saw him, I thought he was quite hot actually.
Oh, Maria is ready to get married at first sight as well. Well, this season so far, we've had an excellent sister who has created a lot of delicious trash, mess and drama for us to gobble up on. And now we've got Auntie Maria. Geez, Paul's 2 mates in the bridal party, geez, they've got big white chompers, don't they? And I think one of them has eyes for the other. Just me reading too much into it and pushing my agenda as usual. Does he love it? Oh, there she is.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, oh, they're so relaxed.
Good. Oh, you look very handsome.
Thank you. You look gorgeous.
Okay. You look handsome. You look gorgeous. This is nice. And it feels like they're quite relaxed with each other already. Hey, Ari dog, did you want to come say hi for a second? Do you want to say hi? Look up there. Look up there. Dad's got to finish his episode. Okay. I love you very much. Okay, off you go. Good boy. We'll go play with the F and do a W later on. I can't say the words. This science with Paul and Karina, I don't know, it seems like it could be a pretty good match. That is until the I do's are I done.
I know.
Oh, this is from the promo.
Can you believe that? What are the chances? I know.
What are the chances?
Am I going to get a different guy or what? Another option. So tell me the story. So you matched 8 months ago. We just FaceTimed and messaged and then we went on a hike. That was the date? Yeah. Why wasn't there a second date?
Yeah.
Because we were messaging and I was going to go see him on a Saturday night, but he said I wanted to take him out. And I was like, okay, no worries. I never spoke to him since. But I was just like, whatever, I'm not chasing you. And then it just fizzled. He ghosted me. Yeah.
And now you're married for life, or at least for 36 episodes. I'm so dumb. That's the dress. Of course, that's the thing from the promo and we saw the stuff and I didn't even click because I'm such a dunce. This is why I'm no good at spotting all the spoilers. You know how everyone loves putting up on TikTok? Oh, look where his drink was this half full and then it was this full and then I'm never good at that. I just believe in love so gosh damn much. So I'm assuming they met on Tinder and then they went for a hike, which is very 2024 first date, isn't it? And they were messaging and FaceTiming. I'm assuming everything was above the waistline, but I don't know. Ah, you wake up in the morning, why not? Let's give the Frenchman a call. Voulez-vous avec voir ce soir? Voulez-vous avec voulez-vous? Voulez-vous? Why can I not remember that Lady Marmalade song? Voulez-vous? What is it? And you know what? I did French in high school. I'm pretty sure that means, do you want to sleep with me tonight? I think so. Would you like to sleep with me tonight in French? How do you say that?
In French, you would say, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Did you say that in a really sultry manner or was it just me?
I might have added a little flair.
Yeah.
Here. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Okay, so they've already met, and I love that as Karina's chatting to one of the producers, they're like, what are the chances, hey? Oh, jeez. What? We certainly didn't look into your Tinder chat when we stole your phone. So we know what Karina is saying, but what is Paul saying about all of this escandalo?
When her and I, when we matched and when we met, I remember thinking, I was frustrated because I was like, it's the right person, but at the wrong time for me. I was like the worst headspace. Sadly, I was actually going through a bit of a rough patch at that time. I was going through quite a lot. Like there was just a lot of issue with work and family, and I was just not in the right headspace at that point. I just had to let it go, but I didn't want to, but I just had to. It felt like a massive loss.
That feels like a massive crock of shit to me. Anyone else buying this? Oh, I was really frustrated because it was like the right girl at the wrong time. Look, I totally agree that like people can come into your life and timing is a thing, but like you were out there dating, so you were putting yourself out there, wasting her time. I don't know. I don't know if I buy this. It feels like he's saying the stuff that he thinks he needs to say, but I don't know if I'm buying it.
I told him I know you. I was like, oh
Good.
my God, that's that guy.
That's that guy.
I felt like I was not ready to let somebody. Like my life was still a bit chaotic at that point. But I remember I remember thinking just so much stuff going on. I should have obviously communicated that obviously better to you because obviously that's what I haven't done. That's what I would like to apologise for.
Okay, so he's apologising. I don't know. Am I just being a negative little Nancy, a Debbie Downer today? Because I'm just not buying it, Paul. Honestly, we're all so broken. He's saying all the right things and I just don't believe him. Why are we so broken? I say we. I can't speak for you, but maybe you're broken like me. Yes.
I mean, I'm super attracted to Karina.
One more super and we'll fucking believe it. Oh God, am I being cynical? I'm trying to figure out what am I doing here? Why do I not believe Paul? There's just something off about Paul. There is something off about Paul.
Karina and I actually knew each other before that.
Oh, yes, tell mum and dad about it.
You're kidding?
No,
Oh,
I'm
you're
not kidding.
When did you see?
So
coinky
Karina
dink.
and I, we met about a year ago.
You're kidding me?
No.
Mum can't.
But we just
Can
went
believe
our
it.
separate ways. I was going through a bit of a rough patch at that point.
Okay.
I've always given, my time and my kindness to the wrong people in the past.
Yeah.
And I've had my heart broken, a few times because of that. And I don't think I would have been able to emotionally, give her anything. I could tell how much of a good person she was, straight away. So I didn't want it to drag something along just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
The only mistake I've done was to not communicate that, and I could have communicated that a little bit better. And that's something I've obviously been feeling guilty about.
I think he's honourable.
Oh, Dad, I think you're believing it because he's very handsome and he's saying all the right things. But I don't know, Dad, dig a bit deeper into your gut. Just because his mouth is moving and saying all the right stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but it could be. Why am I being so cynical, sweet baby angel? Maybe Paul is the right man for Karina and I'm just trying to poo-poo true love as usual. But I would love your comments below. What do we think about Paul? Is he here for the right reasons? Thank you. So they have a little chat and they have a little kiss as a Sydney tram goes by, and the next morning it seems like, okay.
Morning. It's very special. yeah, fate has brought us back together. Absolutely, yeah. It feels like we are being given a second chance. Yeah, at the moment, like, yeah, Karina is actually ticking every single box. I'm on cloud nine at the moment, to be honest. So I hope that our honeymoon is just going to bring us closer together.
But Karina does state that no funny business happened. And I don't know if I believe that either. Here's what I think. I think Paul's full of it, and I think they did it on the first night. I have no evidence, but that is what I believe. I sound like Donald Trump. All right, so Karina and Paul with the big twist from the promo where they were talking about, oh, they knew each other and you won't believe it. But really, as far as drama goes, it was pretty low. Considering that he ghosted her, she got over it very quickly. It's time to meet the new BFG.
I feel like they have the assumption that, you know, I'm trouble or just steer clear of him, but I couldn't be like further away from that. I'm actually really reserved, like a bit insecure as well.
He's a giant, he's got baby blues, he's got neck tats, he's got a very soft, sweet nature. Dave, if you were a homosexual, geez, we would have a lot of things to talk about. When I say talking, there wouldn't be much talking about. Anyway, now Dave struck me at the groom's bucks party, if you could call that a party. You know, just a place where Elliot starts telling people that they're being too vulnerable, you know, treat them mean, keep them keen. We found out after seeing Dave that he kind of matches everything that Jamie wanted. You know Jamie, the Greek girl who wanted someone between David Beckham and 25 to life. I tell you what, they're really, like, he's very sweet, so I don't think he's gone to prison before, but he's got the tats. He's got way more height than David Beckham, but I think it could be a really good match.
What is a red flag to you?
Can I get my red flag list?
Yes.
There's just so many. Men that take more selfies than me. They're in Crocs, don't drink coffee. Men that drive hatchbacks. He needs to shower all the time. He needs to smell fresh to death. My nose, it's not just big, it works.
Okay, well, Jamie, you're confusing me. I love people who have lists. You know what I mean? Remember when that Jesse guy had a list and Elliot, how could we forget? He's just from the last episode. And now we have Jamie with her self-confessed giant, excellent smelling nose. But Jamie, it's confusing because you want someone who's a cross between David Beckham and 25 to life. Now, I think David Beckham would smell good. Someone doing 25 to life, not so much. Now, Dave, not only is he the big friendly giant, he's also a super sweet softie. His dad is going through some incredible health struggles and has been for some years. He has his phone call with him, and it's a lot to watch.
You'll be right, you'll be right. Soldier on. Special day.
God, love him. Guys, I'm falling for him. I'm falling for Jamie, and I'm falling for the BFG, and I really think that they need to get together. He's got a big everything and she's got a big nose. You know what I mean? It's just, and he's got so many tats and she's going to love it. Speaking of loving things, I don't think I've loved anything as much as Jamie loves coconut water.
Coconut water, there's stacks of it too. Change is coming. Yes, great sign. That's a good sign. Great sign.
It's a great sign. The angels are watching down on us because I just saw stacks and stacks of coconut water. Geez, we will find anything to have it be a good omen to us. Oh, okay. Fingers crossed for this one, guys.
Is that a nectar? Yes! Sorry, Dad.
Of course, it's from the promo.
And you're tall. Dad, thank you. Sold.
Well, you didn't buy him. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you don't own him now. I know a lot of people think that when they get married to someone that they feel like they physically own them, but that's a fallacy. You know what? I don't think this is an act from Jamie. I think this is truly who she is. She can't hold her feelings on the inside. She has to speak everything out. She's going to ask a million questions. I kind of love that transparency. It's going to be great to watch. And I feel like she might be someone who speaks some sense at the dinner parties. That's a big call from me. It's very early.
Having long arms, long legs, big feet. There's also something big you can't see. I have an extremely big heart.
Are we sure that that's everything on the big list? Anything else? Anything else? You know, they're both very attractive and they could start an OnlyFans immediately. I wonder if that's in the contracts these days because so many of the Love Lab Rats do start OnlyFans. Maybe they have to wait a certain amount of time to do that. Their vows are exceptionally sweet. They're funny. And I think this is actually pretty good science. And I hate to say that about the experts.
You're straight Australian, correct?
Yeah.
Straight.
What's your drink of
Oh,
choice?
just
I'm just a question person. Would you go to Pilates? Wait, what siblings do you have? Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Wait, do you go out much?
No, not really.
But like, do you go to raves? But have you been to raves? Wait, when's your birthday? So where do you think we're going for our honeymoon? Do you have room in your suitcase? I literally bamboozled Dave with a million questions.
You sure did, but you know what? You've got to really get to know these people quick because you're going to be spending a lot of time together and you know that the producers are going to throw curveballs to make you hate each other because that would be good for the trash, mess and drama. So it's good to know each other quickly. Obviously, that's highly edited, so maybe Dave was more receptive. It just takes him a while to find his words. But when he does...
You can have your bush doofs and your fake tan and I'll get my dog into the bed.
It's excellent. It's so good, in fact, we need to make a shirt. I need a shirt. Someone write this down. I need a shirt that says fake tan and bush doof. Fake tan and bush doof. I actually really want to go and get some fake tan on. Look how white I am. And go to a bush doof with Jamie. I think it would be a lot of fun. By the way, that will be a shirt and I'll make sure that there's a link because the Boganic shirts, which I'll also link to, the Boganic shirts, because if you don't know what the meaning of Boganic is, get a shirt. They were selling like hotcakes. So all the links in the description below. All right, quick change of gears now. And there's a lot of love in the air. But obviously Dave is really missing his dad and...
To my dad and stepmother, who unfortunately can't be here today. I've been alongside my dad helping in his fight with cancer for the last 4 years since his diagnosis. With Dad not being here today, I realise even more how important he is.
You're doing good. You're doing so good.
Dad means the world to me. He's raised me to be this big, kind gentleman you see today. Dad has been there for every significant part of my life. To Jamie's mother and father, I want you to find comfort in the fact I'll give you my word that I'll be the man my father raised me to be. Treat your beautiful daughter the way she deserves.
Oh, he's just so sweet. I mean, like, come on. Look at me well up here. Jeez. It's so awful. Cancer is just such an awful thing. And so many of my family members have gone through it. And it's just so awful. Still in 2024, out of all the things that we've been through, cancer is still so prevalent. So... it's a good reminder, you know what I mean? We've still got to give to cancer and we've still got to... like, how have we not done this with the research? We know so much. And still so little. Anyway, Dave's won me over. If Dave ends up being a villain and not staying as the sweet baby angel that I can see here before me, I don't know. Do we quit the season? Do we wrap it all up? Because this is starting to make me believe in love. And I should never believe in love while watching MAFS. Obviously, just like a fake tan Jamie in the bush having a doof, everything went off. Get your shirt. Everything went off without a hitch. So there we go. All right, 2 weddings. Down. Only 1 more to go. And if the preview is anything to go by, this one's gonna be rough.
I have found that nice guys finish last, but I'm hoping this person will change that and want the nice guy. I don't have like a big preconceived idea of looks. So I want someone who's comfortable in their own skin and knows who they are.
It sounds like you don't really have a type.
No, I don't have a perceived type. So yeah, just a natural looking woman who's confident in their own body. Looks fade and definitely the personality. You just want that person you can have banter with that makes you laugh and makes you smile.
Okay, well, if there's anything we've learned from Katie is that she does love a bit of banter. I don't know if she's necessarily 100% confident in her own body. And that's okay. We're like, with our bodies, it's a journey and we're all figuring it out. And I would love to be in a stage where I'm like 100% confident with my body, but I'm not there. Tim is, again, saying all the right things, just like Paul. He doesn't have a perceived type, you know what I mean? He doesn't have something that he necessarily goes for. He just wants somebody that he can be with for the banter and the chat and the personality, because looks do fade, which is very important. But because he said that out loud, it makes me worried. Another thing we know about Katie is that, gee, she loves a statement bit of jewelry, mate. She loves a statement fucking necklace and a statement ring. Like, how many has she got? While trying on some dresses, it all starts to sink in for Katie. And I don't know, it makes me worry.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, it's like it's not supposed to happen this way, right? You're meant to fall in love and then do it, but nobody fell in love with me, so I just feel like a fraud. Like someone's supposed to love you first, and nobody loved me.
Oh, shit. The first wedding was so funny, you know, with the Elliot with one L and also kind of missing a T, and Lauren, the trad wife, and her sister. There was a lot of fun stuff, and now I feel like I'm getting emotional in this one. What's happening today? I'm a bit worried about Katie. Katie's going in with really high expectations. She obviously has been jilted a lot, and she feels like nobody loves her. But then again, with the science with Tim, you know, because we're matching them up. Thanks, experts. Not sponsored, but this is a Yeti. So Yeti, if you want to send me stuff, I don't know what you could send me. I've got everything Yeti. It's a thermal drinkware cult. And you know I love a cult. This is not an ad. Okay, so Katie wants it really, really bad, but it also seems like Tim wants it really bad, and he wants people to fall in love with the nice guy, not the bad boy like me. Hey? But it is a red flag for me when someone says, oh, they just can't fall in love with the nice guy. I'm like, I don't know. How nice are you if you're there calling yourself the nice guy and nobody's interested? Oh, does he like her? Oh, she's so happy.
Hello, lovely to meet you.
Oh, he looks happy.
You doing all right?
Nah, seems so lovely. He seems so
Oh,
like
she
calm
likes
and
him.
tranquil and kind and genuine. I love his roughage, his get up all in there. I love a like chunky guy.
Yeah, all right. Okay, she loves a chunky guy. She loves because she's all luscious and voluptuous, and she loves to get up in his roughage, which is great because he's got some roughage, unlike me. I've just got this patchy stuff. Also, thanks to everybody who has been pointing out how grey my beard is going. That's the stress that these shows cause me, okay? This is great. This seems like it could be another win from the experts. Tim looks happy. Katie looks happy. Although Tim hasn't said that here's a trick, right? This is what they do on Married at First Sight. If you just get a lot of one of the parties saying how happy they are and they don't cut to any of the overlay or the voiceover of somebody saying how happy they are to be with that person, it generally means that something bad is coming.
I also don't have any intentions of doing an OnlyFans account.
That's a big call to make. You can't sit there and say that you have, I guess you said she has no intentions now, but if there's some call for it in the future, you know, like me, I have no intentions of starting an OnlyFans. But if I don't get more views on YouTube, who's going to pay for it?
Tim, what do you think about your bride?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to feel. I just haven't got that initial spark, but she's lovely and so nice, and yeah, she's a beautiful girl, but I just was surprised I didn't have that initial spark, but she's so lovely.
Why wasn't the spark?
Yeah.
Just a bit different to what I normally go for, but she's
You don't
so
have a type.
lovely.
You said you don't have a type.
Didn't have that initial spark with Katie.
Shut up with the spark.
But yeah.
What do you mean with this spark? You didn't have the initial spark. You're getting married at first sight. The whole point is to sort of push past the spark. You know what I mean? Like you're in this experiment and obviously the whole point is the trash, mess and drama. But if you really want to believe in the show, really what we want you to do is like look at someone and go, okay, they seem like a nice person. And you've just said that. She seems like a lovely girl. And I agree, Tim. She does seem lovely. But you've ridden her off already because you didn't feel some spark. I'm just not buying it. Also, you said you didn't have a type. And now all of a sudden you're like, well, not my usual type. He did say that, right? He did, yeah. He said that.
What the It's just totally not what I wanted. Not good. I normally go just short, petite, blonde or brunette. Like Katie's, yeah, nothing what normally I'd go for. Just no attraction. There's nothing there. And I can tell straight away, and it's just sort of like,
oh, shit. Well, I just did not pick this. And you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. And this is not me shaming anyone because look at me. Tim, not a small man. He's not a small man. And that's not me shaming him, but that's a fact. He's not a small man. And he's expecting that someone petite and short, and that's what he ordered, so he didn't get it. But at the Bucks party, he said he didn't have a type. And with all the stuff sitting down with the producers, he said he didn't have a perceived type. I'm not insane, right? This is classic shitty MAFS groom behavior. And we figure out in just minutes, actually seconds, why Tim is still single. Tim, for whatever reason, has so many tickets on himself. He thinks he's all that. Also, can we stop using, it's been used in this show before, petite. You want this word petite, like you want to say that you want someone shorter, but what you mean is you just want someone skinny and blonde. Yes, I understand. We all have preferences, and maybe the producers, maybe you did tell them, Tim. Maybe you did tell the producers that you wanted a specific type of person, but I think if you're going out into the world going, this is the type of person that I want, you're going to be alone forever. if you're restricting yourself to just one particular type, which, side note again, you said you didn't fucking have, then you're ruling out excellent people like Katie. Katie seems really genuine and it seems like she's there for the right reasons. And you can tell by the way she was smiling down the aisle. She was so happy to be there and she was so happy to see you. And your first reaction is to like go and speak to the producer and go, well, this is bullshit because I wanted a petite blonde and I didn't get one. Attraction is very important, but attraction doesn't necessarily come just from how somebody looks. Also, I never want to hear the word spark come out of your mouth again.
You don't even know her yet.
Agreed.
There's just nothing there.
How do you
What
know?
do you do? Oh, I'm shattered. I was just like, as soon as I was up there, I was like, it's disappointing. Yeah, I'm a bit embarrassed, like, that I've come here now.
You can't judge someone straight away from
exactly
that amount of time.
Like, I don't want to be here. I'm just like,
You need to find out why you've been mad.
yeah, I don't know.
5 minutes.
I know.
Completely cut this woman off.
And the producer has said it. It was 5 minutes. And he had just completely ridden her off. Like, this is insane behavior. Now, from what I saw before the season started, the rumor was that Tim had completely cut off from production and wants nothing to do from anybody and is completely hiding from the world. That is the only thing that I saw and we talked about in the episode when we were looking at all the Love Lab Rats coming up in the season. And now it makes total sense. This does not look good, Timmy boy.
I mean, I don't bite unless you ask. Smell like a happy couple.
Look at he's got his hands behind his back like he's taking a school fucking photo. Oh, she's trying so hard and he's trying so hard to resist to run. Oh God, the whole part of this episode is so hard to watch. It breaks my heart. And also, does it feel like the producers maybe knew that Tim was going to do this? I don't know. Because Katie wants it so bad, maybe they knew that they would get a really big reaction out of her. Because she's absolutely going to find out whether or not it's in a couple of days or on the first commit me couch where he says leave, she's going to find out that he's not into her. Because all of it's recorded.
Yeah, there's no one type that I have, but I was thinking I'd be, I'm not sure, with more of a shorter woman or... But
stop saying short when you mean skinny.
She's definitely beautiful, but just different to what I would normally go. Just short, petite, normally go blonde.
Different, isn't it?
Stop saying petite and stop saying short because you want to say skinny. Katie is beautiful. She is voluptuous and beautiful. And yeah, she's a bigger girl. But just because she's a bigger girl doesn't mean she's not bloody beautiful. Like, honestly, get to know her. What? God, I wish this was vodka. Sorry, have I been too much of a psycho in this one? I just feel like I've been yelling in this room for a long time. This episode is a lot to watch and I'm yelling a lot and I don't know how this is going to edit down, guys. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. It's not like I'm like, oh, I wanted the skinny. It's not that.
It is that.
I definitely don't always judge a book by its cover. I don't just run just because of what the person looked like, but...
What was that look at the end? I don't just run because of the way the person looks like, but... I'm gonna run. I'm looking at you now. I'm gonna run. Catch me if you can. So Tim has completely shot himself in the foot, but he shot himself in the face. There's no recovering. Shoot yourself in the foot, you can recover from it. But face, no. Now you know what you've said to the camera, which means even if you start to build a connection with Katie and you go through all the trials and tribulations of the experiment, she's going to see this. And then there's going to be no, unless you're open and honest about how you felt straight up. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll be really honest about how he's feeling. That's the least he could do when he's going off to have his little interviews out in the side paddock and he's going, you know what? I just really wanted someone shorter and petite.
Shall we hug so we can get rid of the weird?
Oh, wow. Maybe not that much.
I went for a cuddle and freaked him out.
Oh, it's a cuddle. She just cuddled you and you acted as if she was kryptonite and you are Superman and you are not Superman. The way that he's treating her during this photo shoot, she must be able to feel the tension and also be like, is he just nervous because I don't know this guy or is he really not into me? Because your brain would be thinking, this guy's not into me. He doesn't want this.
Oh, there's crumbs on it.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
No, I promise. Okay, no deal.
Shut up, Tim. You couldn't give her you wouldn't let her cuddle you and you wouldn't give her a peck on the fucking cheek. This guy is diabolical. Like this guy, like not only is he saying that this is not the type that he wanted, he's acting as if she is just a dog, just a dirty dog, and she's been awful to him. And like, why are you treating her this way? This makes no sense. You petulant child. Or I didn't get the petite short blonde that I wanted.
He recoiled a few times and I was like, oh,
good,
no.
call him out.
Way.
Like going away for a hug or...
Yeah, I think it's been a lot to start with. Have I given that off?
Well, and that's not probably your intention to do that.
Yeah, so I'm sorry you feel like that because it wasn't my intention.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be.
Sorry I feel like that because it wasn't my intention. Don't fucking gaslight her that it absolutely was your intention. You don't like her. And you've been recoiling deliberately because you don't like her, because you decided within 4 minutes that she was not for you because you didn't feel a little spark. It looked bad the way that you acted as soon as you got married to Katie, right? It all looks bad. But you then gaslighting her, making her feel like she's crazy for thinking any of these things, that's way worse. Really bad. She's trying to have open communication. And you're like, what? No.
You've definitely put me at ease.
Good.
So I couldn't have, asked for someone more genuine.
Yeah, all these assumptions.
No, your assumptions are right, baby girl.
Much trouble.
Oh, no, trust in your gut, I know our brains can lead us astray. I tell you what, the amount of chats that I have with my partner and I'm like, this is what I was thinking. And he's like, you're crazy. And I'm like, yes, correct. Because our brains do think things and we do sabotage ourselves in so many ways, but her actual gut is telling her the right things about this guy and she's not listening. Oh, this is really bad. Like, he has to tell her, right? He has to tell her.
I definitely feel that it's been hard to be honest with Katie. Because I don't have that spark. I couldn't give her what she deserved. I am hoping the spark can grow with Katie. I just can't see that at this moment.
No, if you were hoping that the spark would grow, you wouldn't have approached this way at all. You would have said, you know what? She seems so lovely. She seems friendly and lovely, and there wasn't an initial attraction, but I would love to see what grows. That's how you would have put that. You just said, oh, I didn't get the petite, short, blonde, skinny one. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean skinny. And I didn't in the first episode because I wanted to see what happened with Elliot. I didn't chuck him in the bin immediately. But you know what, Tim? In the fucking bin you go. Tim in the bin.
Yeah, he knocked on my door and wanted to chat. He just sat down and said, there's no spark. I wasn't feeling a spark all day. To be rejected, like, that's my worst nightmare. I feel really humiliated.
See, the part of me that is really negative and suspicious of the production company that makes this show would think that maybe they've done this deliberately because they know that Katie is going to give them what they want if they break her heart. And that I feel like a bad person for thinking that. But maybe I think that for a reason. The same way that Katie thinks that Tim's not into her for a reason. Okay, so at least he went and chatted to her, but I don't know. I love that he waited for all the cameras to disappear. Because you doing it without the cameras around is actually making it way worse. Because we don't hear your side of the story now.
Good morning, how you doing?
Very emotional, sorry.
How are you feeling about it all?
Oh, not fucking good. Look at her.
Yeah.
It's like off
Look
to
at his
a
smile on
pretty
his face.
crappy start.
It wasn't an easy chat. I felt horrible for you. I am still open to getting to know you and doing all that, but I don't know if you want to go on the honeymoon. Like, I totally understand either way. Like, do you want a hug or just space?
Can you read it? I can't.
Well, it doesn't matter where you're going to go on your honeymoon because you've said that there's no spark and you're not interested. And now you're like, oh, but definitely I want to keep going and, you know, I'm going to try and see where it goes. You've already shut the door so fucking hard that it's about to fall off its hinges. Oh, God, why am I so angry and it's so early in the season? Oh, is that it? That's it. All right. Well, who cares where they're going on their honeymoon? Also, did you see the way that he was trying to make it seem like, well, you know, like I'm happy to go on the honeymoon if you want to go on the honeymoon, but, you know, that's up to you. Like he's really trying to put the ball in her court, but the ball isn't in her court. You've already shut it all down. Make sure you go to rehash.com. I'm just going to pivot hard. Rehash.com.au to support the channel. It really does help, any donation. And of course, we have our merch store up. It is brand new with all new merch, including the Boganic tee, But You Left tote bags. The pins are still there. There's mugs. And also the brand new shirt from this episode, which is Bushduff and Fake Tan. So the links are below, and I'll see you for another episode just around the corner. Like, subscribe, and comment with all of your thoughts and feelings.